Okay, welcome to Rincon, Puerto Rico, which is where we are residing this week as digital nomads. And so I picked the absolute worst day to film this video, but it is our last full day here, so I'm gonna show it to you anyways. Hello, hi, if you don't know who I am, my name is Amanda Kolbye and I'm a business coach and online educator for service-based entrepreneurs, helping them start and scale their online businesses using social media. So on this channel, you're gonna find everything from marketing, sales, building a business, all things building a business, and digital nomad lifestyle stuff because I've been traveling the world for almost 4 years now. So don't forget to like and subscribe and let's head to the beach. So it is quite windy and looks like it's gonna rain all day today, so I won't be able to show you all the blue skies, but we'll put some good video in here from our other trip. But Puerto Rico is honestly such an easy digital nomad destination. It is not overcrowded. Like honestly, I feel like especially for Americans, no one is taking advantage of this. Like, look at the beach, guys. It's empty. And Rincon, oh my gosh, it is just the cutest little beach town. So I can't wait to show you guys kind of some stuff throughout the day here. Okay, so I'm actually stepping back a hot second because the waves make it really hard to hear me before I go for a walk on the beach. But this is like a combo, like day in the life slash just inside look into what is it like being a digital nomad in Puerto Rico. And I'm also gonna talk to you a little bit about like visas, can you work here? How is the Wi-Fi, like all of the classic questions that you guys typically have. So for day in the life type stuff, typically since we're living in Rincon, we are literally like, there's the beach and there's our house. So I come out here every morning and I listen to a podcast and I take a walk on the beach. And then I'll get started with work around maybe like 9. And we normally go and grab some coffee, which we're gonna do in just a second, and make breakfast or grab an acai bowl. There's actually surprising a decent amount of food variety in Rincon, even though it's a really, really small town. But the majority of stuff is closed, like on the days that are not, I said that weirdly, but on the days that are not Thursday through Sunday, because I think a lot of people must come here on the weekends. We're only staying here for a week, so this is a shorter amount of time than we normally stay in destinations. Okay, the humidity is very real, but y'all are just seeing all of it. So I just got back from beach walk and I actually did a call with some peers and we're hopping in our little car. So that is one thing to take note of, is you do definitely need a car in my recommendation, even though it's like a very little small strip of like one road in a little downtown. It'd be pretty annoying and pretty hot to have to walk everywhere. So we're gonna go get a coffee at this really cute little like coffee food truck, and then acai bowls.
I genuinely would like a documentation or like some kind of just count for whether or not you've ever described a coffee shop or coffee place that you liked as anything other than cute. I'm gonna go to a cute coffee shop. Just Bali's filled with cute coffee shops. Then a cute little coffee food truck.
How would you describe it? It's like, it's cute.
It's cute. Yeah, no, it's always cute. Coffee shop's always cute. How is the coffee? I don't know, but it's cute.
So I just got a cappuccino with peanut butter whipped cream, which surprisingly is actually really good. So we don't do this every morning, but we are here at a little acai place, and what's super interesting, I'll show you guys on the screen, is they pour like coconut oil over the acai bowls here and it like hardens like a shell. So this is my little setup for the week, and Zach is working at the table back there. So if you were staying here longer, then you'd probably want to, find an apartment to rent longer term. But a lot of times we'll use Airbnb, and we always just make sure that like it has good tables to work at. We always ask the host about Wi-Fi. But before I dive into some of my work for today, I'm gonna answer some of the like common questions that get brought up about certain locations, just about, is this a good place for me or for you to come to as a digital nomad? Okay, so let's chat a couple of things about Puerto Rico as a whole. So we're in Rincon, which is over, as you can like see on the screen here, on the far side of the island compared to San Juan, but it really only takes like 2.5 hours or so to drive from one end to the other. So it's super, super easy. And you most likely will need a car anywhere in Puerto Rico unless you're living in like Old Town San Juan and planning on just like staying there. But we love San Juan. We've been to San Juan multiple times before. This is our first time in Rincon and we love it as well. It's definitely just completely different vibes. Like it is a small kind of slower paced beach town, but most people say that these are some of the best beaches other than some of the islands like Culebra or Vieques. Why would you want to come to Puerto Rico as a digital nomad? Well, first off, it's very easy to get to. And if you hear the roosters, they're just like all of these roosters around. I don't know why, I don't know whose they are. But anyways, it's super easy to get to, especially for my fellow Americans. And you don't need a visa to get here, right? Because it's part of America. So that is super great. There's definitely like plenty of Airbnbs. The other thing too, like with language, almost everyone here speaks English, so it's been super easy, and we speak a little bit of Spanish. We've been trying to improve our Spanish, so we've been trying to practice some of that. The other thing is the island's really small. Like I said, it only takes like 2.5 hours to get from one end to the other. And so there's a lot of like different diverse aspects of what you can do here. So there's like the islands and obviously like pretty beaches everywhere. There's Old Town San Juan, which is, you can see some like video here on screen, but it is just like gorgeous, like all the colorful old buildings. There's El Yunque, which is a rainforest, so like there's a lot of cool stuff to do here. Another thing, if you are an American coming here, then your cell phone plan should be able to work for the most part here. So you don't necessarily need like to get a local SIM card, an international plan. For me, in all the countries we live in, it's so freaking easy just to go get a local SIM card. So I don't know, that doesn't bother me in the first place, but it is easy just to keep your American phone plan here. The other thing is Wi-Fi, which I feel like is the most important topic for digital nomads. I would say the Wi-Fi overall is pretty good, but it can be iffy in some places. So just do your due diligence checking. For example, when we booked our Airbnb that we knew we were going to be working at, we asked for the Wi-Fi speeds, and we always check reviews to see if there's anyone else who's like worked for a month or a couple weeks in that location. So that's always what we're looking for there. Another big pro about it is, besides today, the one day I decided to film, it's a little bit cloudy and overcast, but the weather is amazing. They mostly have like a dry and a wet season, and I think they're opposite of like the main United States. But like even right now we're in a little bit of a shoulder season. It is May, and it's been gorgeous, right? Like, I mean, it's hot, humid, but like that's exactly what you want to be going to the beach. And then another thing is there's great food. So if you haven't had Puerto Rican food before, you are in for a treat, but I also hope you like pork because it's a big part of the Puerto Rican food. And tostones, oof, tostones are amazing. So yeah, there's like a lot of good food. And a little side tip for you, there is something called like the Pork Highway, and it's like about 45 minutes south of San Juan, and it's like literally a highway with like all these little pork food stalls on the side, and hopefully we're gonna get to try it this time. If so, I'll include some video, but definitely check that out if you end up coming here. Okay, and the last thing I'll mention of why Puerto Rico is awesome is the beaches. The beaches here in Rincon are gorgeous, and what I love most about them is like they're not super crowded, but the islands, which we actually have not been to yet, Culebra and Vieques, are supposedly some of the top beaches in the world. Like they are freaking gorgeous from the pictures that I've been able to see. So that's a huge reason to come here, and it just to me is like a lot of that Caribbean vibe without just being just a beach. I don't know, that probably doesn't make sense, but I love it. If you are looking for more information though, totally not sponsored or related, but I found that discoverpuertorico.com, which we'll link in the description below, has a lot of good resources and even kind of mentioned some stuff for remote workers. So I am here at my computer and going to start doing some of my work for the day, and then we'll take you along for the rest of the day. We'll go grab some lunch and some dinner, and tomorrow we're actually headed back into San Juan, and we're gonna be staying in Old San Juan for the weekend, and either do the beach or El Yunque before heading out back home to Austin. But if you are interested in seeing some of the other places that we've lived as digital nomads, which we normally live for like 1 to 2 to 3 months, so we live there a lot longer normally, but check out our playlist here and check out some of the other videos here, and we'll link them in the description as well, like Croatia, Iceland, Thailand, like all of the different places. I make a video every place that we live. So it is, I think it's like 5 p.m. and it was actually really cloudy and rainy, and now the sun has come out. So we've wrapped up some work, and I unfortunately just got super busy and didn't show you guys lunch, but we just went and grabbed a little arepa from the, oh, I don't know where this car is going. Grabbed an arepa from the food park. So we are headed out to the beach and gonna get some sun. go to dinner, and then we will probably wrap up a little bit of work later. How are you doing, chicken? So I want to give my honest summary of living in Rincon as a digital nomad, because obviously earlier I gave you guys just kind of the facts of Wi-Fi and where to find things, but I know when I watch these videos, I always want to hear beyond those basic stuff that's on a blog post. So this is kind of our experience thus far. I feel like I should put these on or off. I can't decide. And also sorry for the waves. I know they're a little bit loud. Okay, so Rincon and specifically Rincon is definitely a smaller town, but the reason I feel like it's probably too loud. Okay, so I realized as I was talking, the waves were just too loud, and my YouTube editor probably would have killed me if I continued talking in front of them. So let me give you, again, honest summary of being a digital nomad in Puerto Rico. So here's the thing. If you're looking for a community and a lot of cafes to work from and co-working spaces, you're not gonna find them here. Just being completely honest. Even in San Juan, there's a couple cafes downtown, but most of them don't necessarily have public Wi-Fi, or it's not really good for set up for a lot of working. So we came to Rincon with the very specific reason of recharging. We knew we weren't going to really be interacting with people for very much, and for me, Rincon, out of everywhere in Puerto Rico that we've seen, was perfect for that, right? It is a genuine pretty sleepy beach town. We had trouble finding restaurants to eat at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because a lot of things were closed. But we did manage to find stuff to eat, right? And we've eaten a little bit of sushi and gyro, so there's definitely some even diverse food options and stuff like that. But again, if you're looking for having a good community, you're probably not gonna find that here. And to be honest, with our lifestyle, I'd probably get bored of living here in Rincon after, I don't know, maybe a month. We also don't serve for anything, and that's why a lot of people come here. If you were in San Juan, again, there's definitely more to do. It would be a better base, in my opinion, if you were staying here longer term, because you can easily go to the islands or El Yunque. All of that is near San Juan, whereas Rincon's just kind of on the other side of the island by itself. The other part about this is Puerto Rico's not necessarily cheap. Honestly, almost everything is pretty typical American prices. So if you are looking for a cheaper destination, a lot of digital nomads, you're not gonna find that Bali or Thailand or Mexico or something like that. So I would say it would be probably beneficial if you already have a pretty established business or remote job, and if you're looking for more of a recharge or a getaway, especially if you're coming to Rincon. So yeah, I feel that's about it. Honest opinion, I already gave you guys some of the hard facts over there. But yeah, we love Puerto Rico. It's great, got good food, good vibes. You know, it's maybe not our favorite place we've ever lived, but that, again, it just depends on what you're looking for. We've lived all over Southeast Asia, all over Europe, and it's just you can't compare apples and oranges, not to be cliche, they're all just super different. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to my beach spot and finish my book, and then hopefully I get a pina colada. I've been wanting a pina colada all freaking week, and I've had calls in the evenings, so we haven't gotten one yet. Okay, so we did a little bit of work after the beach, and we are now grabbing dinner at this super cute place. I'll film a better view of it, but it is the Gastro Park, and it's food trucks, but not food trucks. I don't know, you'll see. So we just got our food. This is so fun. Okay, so it's let me show it over here, the plantain sandwich. This is all plantain, and then fries. So fun. Okay, so that is a half day in the life video, and also just information about being a digital nomad in Puerto Rico. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing that. And if you are curious about some of the other locations, we have lots of videos. In most locations that we live in, we're normally living there for a month plus. And so in all those locations, I do not only a day in the life, but typically also a cost of living video. Since we were only here for a week, I did a new cost of living video as I don't really fully have a full accurate grasp on that, but definitely check out all those other videos here. And if you are someone who is wanting to live like this kind of lifestyle, take your business on the road, but maybe you don't fully have a sustainable business yet, check out some of our programs below, such as Laptop Lifestyle Bootcamp, which helps you start a 6-figure business. And then also if you're looking to build skills, we have a program called Skills Mastery Academy to help you really get started and build profitable skills very quickly. And yeah, that's about it. Definitely hit like and subscribe for us to keep creating all this content for you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of Puerto Rico. And check out some of these other videos here on growing your business, marketing, sales, digital nomad lifestyle, and all the things.